You'll notice we are in the geometry drawing again, and I've left it in the same state as it was at the end of the last video. So you'll notice we've got the horizontal and vertical lines and the angled lines at the right-hand end of the rectangle. We're going to look at lines, arcs, and circles now in AutoCAD, and I'm briefly going to cover those so that you know, one, how to find them in the interface, and two, how the workflow and the process works to actually place them in your AutoCAD drawings. In order to make sure this works, make sure down here on the status bar that you've got your object snap tracking and object snaps on, and make sure that ortho is off and polar tracking is back on again, like so. Now, let's have a look at the line command first. That's the draw panel on the home tab on the ribbon, and there's the line command. Now, we have touched on this already. As soon as you click on the line command, it prompts you for that first point. So I'm going to come here to this midpoint snap, left click. It's also showing as an endpoint because it is also the endpoint of the horizontal line there. And as I come out, you'll notice now that the dynamic input is prompting me to specify the next point, or I can put a distance or an angle in as well. So I just come up here, find my next object snap, which is another endpoint, left click, enter to finish. That's how quick and easy it is to draw a line using object snaps. You can also draw a line using coordinates. Let me show you what I mean. Go back to the line command, or you can press the spacebar or enter to repeat the last command. So I'm going to use an object snap here. There's my endpoint there, and I left click, so my line is starting from that point. Now, what I can do is I can physically type in a coordinate here. And most coordinates, after you've placed a base point or a start point, are relative. So if I tell AutoCAD now that I want to go to a coordinate that is 350 along the x-axis and then 350 along the y-axis, that will take me to the right and upwards, providing those values are positive. So the next point now, if I type in 350 like that and then press the comma key, can you see it goes to a coordinate readout? And then 350 again. So that's 350 in the x direction, 350 in the y direction. When I press enter, you'll see that it's drawn that line 350 along and 350 up. So along to the right and up. So there's that line segment there. It's now prompting me for the next line segment. Now, one of the benefits you've got with AutoCAD is I can right-click and bring up the Contextual shortcut menu. I can undo that last line segment, and it takes me back to the beginning. I can then press Escape to cancel the command, and I'm back to where I was before. Now, the arc command in AutoCAD is a similar workflow. It's in the draw panel here. And if you click on the flyout, lots of different arcs are available to you. I'm going to utilize this one here, start, center, end. Now be aware, when you're drawing arcs in AutoCAD, by default, they follow the counter-clockwise rule. So the positive direction for an arc is always counter-clockwise. So, start point of my arc, I'm going to use the endpoint snap here, left click. Now prompts me for the center point, which I'm going to use the endpoint there, left click, and you'll see my arc come out, and there's the end point of my arc there, left click. So I've placed start, center, end of my arc counterclockwise, coming around on the bottom of the drawing there. Let's do that one more time. Now I can repeat the arc command, but this time, yeah, you can repeat it by pressing spacebar or enter. It's sometimes a little bit safer to go here, though, and make sure you select which particular arc command you want, because there's plenty of them. I'm going to do start, center, end again. I'm going to start here, left click on the endpoint snap, center there, left click, and then as I come up to the endpoint snap here, left click again, there's my second arc, again going following the counterclockwise rule. So arcs are very simple as well, on a par with lines, but just make sure you're utilizing the right arc for the circumstances. Now, circle command as well. Lots of different circle commands available in AutoCAD. If I click on the flyout here, you can see we've got center radius, center diameter, and so on. Now, most circles prompt for a center. However, you do have the 2-point and the 3-point, tangent, tangent, radius, and tangent, tangent, tangent. We're just going to use center radius. And I'm going to utilize this point here as the center point of my circle. As soon as I click, you'll see there the little blue box. I can specify a radius, or I could click on an object snap or a known point to specify a radius to a known point or object snap instead. I'm going to type in 250 as my radius in the input box and press enter. And there's my circle. Quick and easy. Center radius. Center diameter would perform a similar workflow or process, but you're specifying the diameter of the circle. So there you have it. Lines, arcs and circles in AutoCAD. Very quick and very easy. And obviously you can explore that a lot more as you work through the videos in this Learning AutoCAD course.